4 of the 5 things to know about estate planning before hiring or firing an attorney are a lot to do with people whose lives you affect as you teach them every day in a positive way. That will never end. As a key person while you watch this short video, please keep in mind how dear you are to them too, as most of the wealthy throughout the world, and especially in the United States, either don't have an estate plan at all, or if they do, the one they have isn't going to work very well when it's needed. More than 90% of the time, estate plans will not satisfy what the key person wants for his or her family and for their other objectives. So why is that? Why would that be? Typically, issues with competence, communication problems, and often a poor attorney-client relationship is at the heart of it. This produces an overall lack of thoroughness and follow-through, either by some or all of the involved parties. Sometimes it's the client themselves, especially when they don't feel comfortable with the attorney. It's usually best to gain general ideas about how estate planning is going to help you and your family first, and then after that, what approach and actions you might want to take. Coming up is a good high-level starting point blueprint for doing just that. Number 1 is what you'd probably imagine, the business side. This is the element related to what represents assets, produces revenue, or has some other redeemable values. It includes your home or homes, other real estate properties, businesses, checking and savings accounts, stocks, art, other investments, intellectual properties, in other words, all assets of value. The business side also involves the proper utilization of all legal planning, protection, and sheltering tools and vehicles. This includes your will, life insurance, annuities, and any trust that you have that makes sense. And there are many different kinds of trust. In a nutshell, number 1, the business side, is to do with assets, good use of available estate planning tools, and a solid financial strategy. Number 2 is the human element. This dimension of estate planning can also be thought of as predicting and preventing personal conflicts, as it involves anticipating future behavior of certain heirs who might try to take matters to places other than where you desire. This is a usually overlooked element and part of why you want your financial strategy to be so strong. Sadly, love doesn't always transcend money, which can cause some family members to do strange and hurtful things. Of course, families are all different from each other, but nobody knows yours as well as you do. Good thought, planning, and relationship work on your part can now begin preserving family harmony and help maximize the value of your estate at the same time. 3 main dynamics for analysis are parent-child relationships, sibling rivalries, and your family group as a whole. Number 3 is succession planning. This element begins entirely with you and your desire for your wealth to survive for the long term, meaning through numerous generations. The succession planning dynamic requires both strong stewardship beginning now and additional wealth creation now and forever. A critically important role for the management of your long-term wealth is deciding and arranging for an orderly succession and ensuring that whoever follows you will be strong, ready, and able to preserve the family wealth. This requires a certain way of thinking on your part, with teaching and grooming succeeding generations becoming part of your plan. Number 4, preparing heirs. For succession planning to succeed, heirs must be capable and have goals that match yours. Someone needs to listen to the heirs, as some have no desire to be involved with the business of managing the family assets. 2 questions to ask and answer. The first question, who will your heirs be someday? That's the easy one. Question number 2, what are each individual's general perspectives, levels of capability, and interest as far as inheriting and managing wealth go? I'll say that one again. What are each individual's general perspectives, levels of capability, and interest as far as inheriting and managing wealth go? Knowing the answers to these 2 questions is key. He wasn't a client of ours, but we know of a man who had built a very successful company from scratch. In his estate plan, for years he had that his son was going to inherit and run the company when the time came. Finally, after a long time, he told the son what he had in mind. The son said, "Dad, I would only want that much responsibility if you were there too. Otherwise, I won't want to do it, and I would just sell the company." So eventually, the dad sold the company himself and got to enjoy the benefits of a lifetime of his hard work. The main point is that he was really preparing to make a very big mistake. So communication with the family and fleshing out how they feel is very important. The 5th and last element to consider for your estate plan is regarding your philanthropic intentions. Wealthy people are some of the most generous in the world, not only with their money, but even more importantly, often with their time. Naturally, philanthropy is a personal choice. Everybody has a different perspective, of course, but in any case, this can be thought, time, and money invested in wonderful causes. Philanthropy is unifying and fulfilling for families, provides opportunities to learn and enhance values for all members. We have the great privilege to work with and to be able to call some of the most selfless people in the world our clients and friends. So those are the 5 high-level things that you really should know about estate planning. They really are the 5 dimensions for estate maximization and planning, and are exactly where we start for clients too. We would love to add more information about these with you. While this is general information, not legal advice, and should not be treated as such, a sound estate plan that works is available and is attainable for everybody. I encourage you to contact us directly or visit our website for more information. Clicking the Learn More button in about 5 seconds will take you there. Thanks very much. Have a great day and have a great plan.